first thing I want to talk about is personality with your art projects. So just as ribbon can give personality to, if I had put a jute rope on this, this would look like a very different project. If I had done a wire on here with some embellishments, it would be very different. And same thing with this. This checked ribbon looks really cute, but a rope would have been cute as well. So you can change the personality depending on what you use to hang your projects. So I'm going to show you how that works. I can have all kinds. I can have wire. I can have good nautical looking rope jute. I guess this is maybe more nautical. This is a little bit more rustic, like maybe farmhousey, and then this might be a little bit more nautical. And then this is just kind of a breezy, kind of relaxed piece of rope. It's thinner, thicker, really thin. We also have this waxed black twine that you use for like bracelet making. We have used this over and over for small signs, but this is all personality like I showed you with the mason jars at the beginning. So the first thing you want to be like is what is going to look good with the art that I've done. So let's talk about that with actual art. So this is a nice rustic sign. This is also, I think all of these are videos. So this is that little bit thinner, more kind of just everyday casual, but I took it through holes through my circle, and then I double knotted it, and then I frayed the ends of it. So it just gives it that nice country look. If your rope is a little bit bright, you can add a little bit of paint to that just with a sponge and just kind of mop it a little bit, just to have some darkening edges and stuff like that. It makes a big difference. But this is one kind of look, and that I think really pulls out this light color. So you want to look at your art piece. This would be great with some teal. It would be great with something black, something red, that kind of thing. So pull the colors from your art or go with a neutral. We've done the same thing here. This is the same exact thing, but look at how much different this has been sitting and getting all squished. But so this is the same thing. I did a rustic rope. This is a very distressed board, and I just did it in a neutral, added a little embellishment on there with some raffia, and that just all just kind of brings it to another place. If you are just simply putting a rope through and tying it and getting out of there, it can just, it's nice sometimes, but don't forget to do the fraying step, and don't forget to add little embellishments. It just makes all the difference. And then this is another example, but this one is different. So these are our 3D stack signs. We have a ton of these. You guys need to check those out on our website. Website is StudioR12.com, and we have more than 7,000 titles of stencils. We have thousands of wood surfaces, so it's your place to go if you want to get inspired. So this one's got this rope, and that's just really nice and neutral. However, I've tacked it onto the back, okay, over the top of that. Now this is a 1/4 inch, and it didn't puncture through, and how did I do that? So let's talk about that. So you have to have a special one of these staple guns and special staples. It's not special, there's just two kinds. There's V and U. And so this one has a U nose on it, okay? And then you get the staples on the side of the thing. It tells you how long your staples can be for this little stapler. And then you just position it, staple it, and there you go. Super easy to do. This is one of those investments. I think they're probably 20-something bucks, but once you have it, you own it, and it'll last you a lifetime. This is another example of just a solo. This is from the dollar store. So this is just a single hole up in the middle, and that's just another way, just a really simple thing. Once you painted this, you could decide if you wanted something to decorate it with. If you're gonna drill your hole, something that you need is a drill gun. You can use a manual screwdriver that's really kind of hard. So I suggest something that is powerful enough for your usage. So if it was my usage, I would choose something that was on the light side and something that was on the weaker side. So I don't have so much battery, I don't need that much power in my life. I'm not building houses or decks or any of that. But the other thing that you're gonna want is one complete set of these different kind of drill bits, and then make sure you put them away when you get done. But you can go up to a really big size. And then with that, what you would do is you would get a block of wood, and then you would set your piece on your block of wood and hold it down. And then you would go in, and once you pierce through, you're not gonna be on your kitchen table or your dining room table putting holes in things, because you have this little spoiling block. So that is how you would use that. And this is just such a good pair to have on hand. If you're a crafter, you're gonna want these. If you guys are liking this content, make sure you give us a thumbs up because we are here for you and we wanna hear your comments, questions. And then I don't know about you, but I read comments and things on YouTube videos to see if the people really know what they're talking about or to see what opinions, like if you guys have another way to hang things, I would love to see that in the comments. We love your comments. We love your questions. So this is from the Dollar Tree and they did their sawtooth hangers, one on each side so that you could keep it straight. You know, if you do one in the middle, it'll kind of lean. However, putting the nails on the wall and getting this even is tricky. So you want to make sure what you can do for that is you can take a piece of paper and you can make yourself a template. Get a pencil. And so what I'll do is I'll just trace right where my hangers are. And then I will put this on my wall, get my level on it, make sure I'm level. And then I'll put a dot with my pencil on each spot and that will give me a template for the wall so that I get the exact spacing that I need. Going in with that same thing is these little, they call them D rings, D hooks. You would do the same thing. If you wanted it to go across, you'd do exactly like that. And these use screws instead. And then you would use wire or string to go from side to side and then it would hang across or it could hang on two separate hangers. So either way, you can use it as a wire or you can use it as little two hangers, two screws or nails. What if you want to do a single? Okay, now this is a thicker piece of wood. So if I'm putting screws or nails into this, it needs to be thick enough for your nail. So make sure that you get really small ones if you've got thinner wood. Or I've got a nice pro tip for this. I've got a single sawtooth hanger. This is 1/4 inch MDF, which is super affordable, super durable. You can cut it into any shape. Your edges are smooth. It's a really good piece product to paint on. Okay, and then this is one of our YouTube videos. You want to check that out. It's really cool. This is painting with sawdust. Okay, so what I did here is I needed my nails to be a little bit shorter, but I didn't have any. So I took the cabinet bumpers, which look like this. These are the things that you put on your cabinet doors to keep them from banging, or you put them on the bottom of coasters to keep them from marring your surface. So they work perfectly. So I put that onto my piece where I was gonna put the sawtooth hanger, and then I took my tweezers. This is not tweezers, the needle nose pliers. So you take your little nail or screw or whichever you're trying to hold on to, and you put that there, and then you hammer or screw your piece in. This is a really nice thing. It gets your fingers out of the way, because if I had my hand right there, then my tool's right on top. This gets me out of the way of the tool, and that makes it much easier to apply your hanger. Okay, so then that makes that little buffer right there, and then I can make my nail as short as I want. And last but not least is the command strip. So I love command strips for this. It's so great on your painted walls. But what we do, they're very expensive. So we take them and we cut them into little squares so that we don't have to use so many of them. And so the way we do that is we just give them a cut. So I'll get 3 out of each side. You lose your little peely thing if you do it this way, but I think that that's worth it. And then you can just kind of catch the little edge of the peely and then kind of gently peel it off your wall. And so that works really well. And then the way we do command strips is put that piece there, and then we attach. Carrie just pushes it down ever so softly. And then she likes to crunch it on the wall. And I like to crunch mine down before I put it on the wall. And then you peel these off. And then I've got a little trick. This is a little pen level. And we have these on our website. And they're super handy because what you do is you can just lay it right on top of your, hey, my table is straight. Steve, good job. So it will tell you if you're hanging it wrong, and you can just put it right on top of your surface when you get it on your wall, and then you press as soon as you have it the way that you need it. I hope that you enjoyed the content. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell to get notified when we have new videos, and we'll see you in the next video.